Okay guys, I think we're live. So, it is Monday. I thought we would do a little chat, talk about tech and whatnot. I don't think I had a proper stream last week. I don't think I did. I don't think I had a live stream last week. I had my audio going through my speakers. I was just testing to see everything was okay. So yes, what I like to do in this live stream is chat to all my beautiful subscribers, catch up with some news stories that I haven't covered in my channel through dedicated videos, and just shoot the breeze, chat away. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So there's been a few things happening over the last week. There always is. There's always news on tech. What's been happening with me? Well, my PC still hasn't arrived. If you watched my video last week, I talked about how I bought a mystery PC and hasn't arrived. Now, that is to be expected from CEX, you know, but basically when you buy from CEX, when you buy something quite cheap, you might get it in a week or so. You buy something more expensive, they normally send it first class delivery and you get it within a few days. But they said it was dispatched after a day or so, and then I got the tracking reference. The tracking reference didn't work. It says that they couldn't check the system. And then I phoned up Royal Mail. They said that no such tracking reference existed. So I went into the shop. I asked them about this, and they said that they don't know how it couldn't, you know, why the code wouldn't work, because there's no way for them to enter it incorrectly. Because it's all, you know, it's all automated, it's all generated and things like that. So I've had to email them. Don't know what's going on. I'm not worried. I know I'll get a refund or whatever if it doesn't work out. Just a little bit annoying that it hasn't arrived, because once I get the PC, you know, I can tie up a few other things, you know, in my setup, and that's something else I want to talk about in this video today. I got a message. Can you please subscribe to my channel? I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Show hide. Listen, I don't. Right. Here's the thing. Like, these pop up. See when I'm doing a live stream, and you know, I sometimes get these pop up in the middle of chatting to people, and I'll come up show or hide. YouTube does this when they think that someone has been a spammer, and I tend to not show them, because these people just, all they do is just go round all the live streams, say, can you please subscribe to me? I'll subscribe to you, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't, like, see, here's the thing as well, you know, when I was chatting to people that were commenting and things like that, I was asking them questions, then they told me about their YouTube channel. I then spent time going to their YouTube channel, showing everyone their YouTube channel. Well, that's not the way to do it. So awesome. I know you're saying it's not spam. That isn't the way to do it. You can see here, I can see show hide, but that isn't the way to do it. You know, you just popped in, you didn't see anything, and you just said subscribe to my channel. I've never chatted with you. I don't just subscribe to any channel either. You know, I generally subscribe to, you know, topics that I follow, you know, that kind of thing. That, I would say that's spam. I'm sorry, you might disagree, but that was spam. If you pop up to a live stream and you say subscribe to my channel, I'm almost at 100 subscribers, that's spam. Thing is, as well, right, I've got nothing against you. I know you're just trying to promote your channel, but why don't you just focus on content? Focus on content rather than, you know, asking people to sub. If you focus on quality content, people will subscribe naturally. Granted, I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world, so maybe you shouldn't be taking advice from me, but you know, I've ran forums for years, I've ran websites for years, like 17, 18 years. I see this all the time in forums. People turn up, oh, please subscribe to this, please do this, please do this. You're not taking part in the community, and it's the same in YouTube. If you turn up and all you do is just, you know, just try and please subscribe, please do this, click on this link, no one is going to be interested. And I have shown in my other videos as well, with, you know, I really do value my subscribers, the people that follow me on my channel, etc. But just turning up and saying, join my channel, I've got 100 subscribers, please don't do that. It's a little bit insulting, almost. But I do like to help out people, you know, that subscribe to my channel. I'll try and help them out. Okay, how much did this mic cost? This mic cost, I paid £334 in the UK. I'm not sure where you're based. It's about $400 in the USA. It's a good mic. It's really good broadcast mic. There are more expensive ones. I was looking at the... Hey Lewis, good to see you here. I was looking at the Electro Voice ones, etc. But I like the style of this. I like the fact that it comes with its own little mount. It looks professional. I like the way you can move it around and things like that. The Electro Voice one was like 460 or something like that in the UK. Then the mount was an extra 100, and then you had to put on, buy a foam windshield, which is another £10-20. The total was going to be about 600 versus 334, and from a quality point of view, it was maybe a tiny bit better, but visually it looks stupid with the foam windshield, and it looks bad with the pop-out filter, which you do need both. So you'd be paying a lot more money, slightly better quality, but visually it doesn't look as good. So I thought this was a better option. I'm pleased with it. I think it's a good microphone. I'm pleased with it. If ever, I really do want to try and bring in other people. Is my video still showing okay, by the way? Is my video still showing on OBS here? Hold on. Camlink. Right, I was looking at... Was that freezing, or am I imagining things? I've got the main camera here hooked up using the Elgato Camlink, and it was freezing there on OBS. I've noticed that doing that a few times recently. I'm not sure why. Hey Ryan, good to see you. I've got a range of topics I was wanting to... Yeah, it's back. I think this is something to do with the Camlink. If it keeps doing that, I'll switch to my webcam. Obviously I don't want that to keep happening. So if it happens, just let me know, because I was looking down here when I know I should be looking at the camera, but I was looking down here just to check there. Yeah, I'm not sure why. It's been doing that a little bit. I don't know if it's maybe because I've got a lot of things connected to my laptop. Maybe the bandwidth has been affected. I don't know. It was working perfectly at first, because basically I've got the Elgato Camlink. I've got the Elgato everything. I'm becoming a little bit of a fanboy with Elgato stuff, because I love their Stream Deck, I love the capture card, and I love the Camlink. But yeah, I don't know why that was freezing. Hey Hugh, welcome to the stream. That'll be good. OnePlus event. Is it the 5T? That was something I wanted to cover, because I've not did a video about it yet. The OnePlus 5T. So, in fact, I'll try and bring this up, guys. The OnePlus 5T. Give you my thoughts on it. Is that what it's for, Hugh? Is that what it's for? Is it for the 5T? It'd be good to see what that's for. Stream Deck. Let's see, is this working? Hi Nicholas, welcome to the feed, all the way from France. Good to see some more international viewers coming in. Yeah, the one Ryan, the OnePlus 5T, I would say looks quite good. I'll take a look at it in a second. It looks really good. I think is the 5T, Lewis, is the 5T not going to be with is it O2? I think it's O2. It depends which shop you're going to. As someone who is obviously interested in tech and things like that, whenever I go to a phone shop and things like that, I generally have a good knowledge about a phone or something, or whatever I'm buying before I buy it. So that, with the fact that I've got a low tolerance for bull crap, try to keep it PC friendly, guys, kid friendly. Yeah, like I hate when sales reps either make up stuff when they don't know it. OnePlus on contracts are O2 exclusive. Ah, okay. Yeah, the iPhone X, that's something else. I was talking about that the other day with my friend, the iPhone X. Yeah, hold on, I'm going to try and sort something with the Stream Deck first. I've noticed this with the Stream Deck. I I talked about this last week, but for some reason it seems to disconnect from my YouTube account every now and then. You need to kind of authorize it again. You can buy the phone online and go on any network. Right, is that freezing again? That is freezing again, isn't it? Yep. I don't know why that's doing that, guys. Right, I'm going to change to the web. Yeah, I just noticed that. I'm going to have to change to the webcam. I'll maybe actually send a tweet to Elgato to figure out what's going on. I don't know why it is doing that. I don't know actually. No, it's not you. It's definitely the no, it's not you guys. Yeah, it's freezing again. Right. I'm going to jump over to the webcam. Thank God I've got a backup set up. So can you see me okay? See me okay? I'll move this around. I'll move this part around so right, okay. Right. I'm going to have to just not use that camera. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I really don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to have to speak to Elgato to see why it's doing that. Just for the benefit of those who don't know what I'm talking about, where am I? Right, this is what I'm talking about. That's what that RX100 camera is connected to my computer with, the cam link, and it's just plug and play. But for whatever reason, it's been freezing the last few days. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't know. I don't know. Right, I'm all over the place here. Right. Yeah, I'll stick to this. I'll stick to the what do you call it? The webcam. I think it makes more sense to stick to the webcam. Right. I'm actually going to send a tweet to Elgato. I don't know why it's been doing that. Right, guys, I'm trying to tweet to Elgato just now, just so that I've got the ball rolling. Apologies for that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll jump over to the browser and I'll go back to here. So this is the OnePlus 5T. This is for the benefit of those of you who haven't seen it yet. I was going to do a video about this the other day, but I've been busy with some other things. I've had the flu the last week, and I've worked through it all. But you've probably noticed in a lot of my videos I've been talking funny, like my voice has probably been messed up. I'm still not 100%, but I'm like this is the first day I went to the gym in a week. I only did half an hour, but it's the first day I've felt normal. But that's one of the reasons why I didn't, review this last week. I was a bit busy with a lot of things. So this is the OnePlus 5T. I had the OnePlus 5 early this year. I bought it, reviewed it, and sold it. I bought it just to review it, which financially didn't make any sense, but I wanted to try it. Yeah, I mean, internally it is just a OnePlus. It's the same CPU, same amount of RAM and all that. But they have improved it a number of areas. I think the camera has been improved a little bit, but it's the screen that's really capturing a lot of people's attention. I know it doesn't go right to the edge like the iPhone X or 10, whatever you call it, but it goes as pretty much to the edge as you would really need to. I don't think, missing this, I don't think those are huge bezels. Yeah, it looks like a great little phone. It looks really good. The biggest thing about this though, I mean, it looks great, but look at the price. £449. That's the price it should be. That's the price it should be. Are they overhyped? Hugh, are you talking about the 5T? You talking about the just jump back there. The original OnePlus 5 camera seems a lot better than the new. Right, I didn't know that. I just assumed the camera would have been better. I'm surprised the camera took good photos. The video didn't seem to be as good as my HTC U11. It seemed a little bit more stable in certain situations, but other times it struggled at night. That was my kind of overall opinion of it. And I've just pushed a button there and whatever short key disappeared that. The comments. Yeah, so it's a lot sharper. Wow, I'm surprised by that. I thought they would have improved that. I know they moved the fingerprint sensor to the back. Now, I think that's a good move because... Where is my phone? You know, my HTC U11's got it in the front. I still think here is the perfect position. Like, sorry guys, you can't see that with the comments. I still think here. I still think that is the best. You know, after using the Nexus 6P for a year or so, I still think that's the best location for a fingerprint reader. I don't know why any phone company hasn't come out and just put one there and one there, because there is better when you're holding the phone, but you know, if you're in the car, you've got it in your mount, there is great because you can unlock it like that. Yeah, multitasking, the 5T will be great. I don't think you can be disappointed with the price. Now, here's another phone. This is another phone that's largely been, I would say this is largely been ignored by the press. You know, now, here's the thing, right? Whether they like to admit it or not, if you look at all the tech websites, etc., there's a very heavy bias towards Apple. You know, because a lot of them use it. I'm still surprised sometimes. See when you go into like something like CNET or something like that, and they're going to do a review, and they'll do something like, I've been a tech reviewer for 10 years, and this is my experience of Android. First time I've used it, and you're like, you're a tech reviewer and you've never used Android. It's just mind-boggling that they just stay in the Apple system. So because of that, I think you have a duty, if you're employed by a tech company to review things, you really do have a duty to look at all products to give a fair comparison. I mean, if I only stuck with HTC products, I've got no point of reference to say whether Samsung's good or Google's good or anything. You need to have an open mind about these things. And because of that, I think a lot of good phones don't get the attention they deserve. But so one phone I think has been ignored a little bit is the Nokia 8. Now, bear in mind, see like the Google Pixel 2 XL and the Google Pixel 2. They're retailing like, you know, 700, 800, 900, depending on which version you get, you know, the XL or the regular version or the, you know, storage wise. You're talking 700 to like $1,000. That's a huge amount of money, huge amount of money. The Nokia 8 here, right? Here it comes out here. It's got really good specs, right? Now that's saying £500. Actually, it came out at 500 initially. It's down to 400. They've actually had it in hot UK deals for about 385 or something. So, like, it's even cheaper than the OnePlus 5 phones. And this is a Nokia phone, like good build quality, and you can go into a shop and buy it. You don't have to get it from the OnePlus website. So, now, I'm not saying the OnePlus 8 is as good as a Google Pixel 2. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that it isn't that much worse. The Google Pixel 2 XL has the same CPU, the same RAM, the same, you know, across the board, most of the specs the same. The only real difference is the camera. Now, this doesn't have a bad camera. Might not be as good as the Google Pixel 2 XL, but it's half the cost. And how come reviewers aren't talking about this? It's just kind of, I don't know, it boggles my mind that companies aren't looking at that. No, I know that, Ryan. Yeah, I agree with you. The camera does need refinement. It does need optimization. The reason I'm saying this is because Nokia 8 can be bought for about 385. There's a lot of mid-range phones. See, like the HTC U11 Play, you know, the smaller version. That's coming out about 350. So the Nokia 8 is a flagship specs, and it's being priced kind of like the mid-range. Hugh Simpson. Oh wait, I'll show your comments here. Apple used to be good under Steve Jobs. I've got a MacBook Pro and I have no desire to upgrade my Windows to. It depends what you're using it for. I think over time, like see if I didn't need to do video work, I could still use my old Lenovo, like, because for blogging, for my website development, well, I say website development stuff, you know, I own websites and stuff, but really for that kind of what I do, other than video, I could survive on a very low spec laptop. It's only really video that is forcing me to buy more expensive equipment. And if you're not doing video, there's no reason to upgrade unless, you know, when you feel like you really need to. But I've seen this within my niche. You know, there's coders, there's designers, there's you know, bloggers, and they are not using anything. Maybe they don't have a good understanding of, you know, RAM or CPU or performance or anything like that. But these people are justifying buying £3,000 top of the range MacBook Pros and said, oh, I need this to do my work. They don't. They could survive on a £300 laptop very easily. And it's just kind of bizarre. People try and justify it to themselves. My friend's big brother, he had like one of the top of the range MacBook Pros. All he uses it for is shopping and Facebook. It's just madness. You don't need it. I think, yeah, Ryan, yeah, 100% agree. Nokia 8 is fantastic value. I mean, I paid $600 for my HTC U11. I would say that's maybe in the middle of what you'd expect for a flagship phone. These 700, 800, 900, £1,000 phones using the same CPU, it gets hard to justify that. If I had held out another month or so, you know, with buying a phone, I was going away to Paris and stuff. I wanted a good phone with a good camera. That was one reason why I went for it. But I think I would have bought the Nokia 8. I do think I would have bought the Nokia 8. Here's the thing. I was out on Saturday night with my friends. One of my friends had a baby recently, so we were out celebrating. We had a few beers. Now, my friend Alan works for a bank, and really good job and all that kind of thing. A few years ago, the two of us got the HTC M8 at the same time, but he didn't like it. He sent it back. He got an iPhone, I think it was a 6 or a 6S, and he's still tied into the iPhone Apple world. He's got lots of accessories and all that, so he wants to stay in the iPhone world. And he's looking at the iPhone X. So he was looking at the iPhone X. He was ready to buy it, but he says that the one thing that's really annoying him is this notch, like at the top with the camera and all that. Is this isn't something that I'd really thought about, but he said that, you know, the people that he talked to and he looked at in the shop, he says that the notch, he hates it. He says that would drive him crazy. It's not something I would have thought about. I thought, I don't know, but apparently a lot of people are annoyed about the little notch, the fact that, you know, it kind of, you know, if you're watching a video, if you're doing anything, the side is kind of taken up with the notch and it's kind of in the way. He said he would have rather the bezel at the top was just flush, basically like that. He said it would have been better like that. I didn't know this was an issue. I don't know, maybe I was a little bit maybe I'm a little bit oblivious to it, or maybe I haven't read enough articles about it, but it's not something that I really noticed. Hi Terry, welcome to the video. Yeah, the U11 Plus looks great. Apparently the U11 Plus was supposed to be the Google Pixel 2 XL. That was what it was designed for, and then they changed it and it became an HTC phone, and the Pixel phone became something else. Hi Average Zoblogs. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. As you can see, I'm still using the overhead camera for my mic. Zoe, I'm assuming that's your name. Zoe was asking about my overhead camera, and right, my other camera, my cam link hasn't been working, but hopefully, no, it's not. See how it's frozen? Try and change this in OBS. I don't know why it's doing that. It's very annoying. Don't know if it's maybe... Right, it seems to be working now. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I need to plug it in and out. I don't know. But you can see both of them here. I've got two Rode, called Rode PSA 1. This is what this is called. And I love this because I can move it around. You know, like this. And I've got my overhead camera. And the good thing is, I couldn't go back to a tripod for overhead shots and things like that because, you know, you move this around and you can put it out the way when you're not using it. You can move it to any size you want. I find that actually with this, I don't even use... I know your camera's there. I keep looking this way because I'm using the webcam. I find with this, I don't even use zoom because I just bring it down closer rather than using zoom. So yeah, it's good. But I was talking about this with Average Joe Blogs on my kind of tutorial about all of this, and he did. Is that he or she? I can't even look at the avatar here. It's quite dark. He or she, I apologise, was saying my shots were wobbly, and that's a problem I still have. Some of the floorboards in my room, my office, second bedroom, whatever you want to call it, a little bit wobbly. Like see this, when I move the table. And when the table moves, the camera moves, the mic moves and things like that. Something I need to try and fix is because I'm on a carpet as well. I don't know, you'd think it'd be a little bit more stable. I don't know. But Zoe, female, right, thanks for that. You never know sometimes with usernames, you know what someone is. Yeah, I've got the U11 as well. So the camera, I recently upgraded it. If you check my channel, this is a Sony RX10. I'm very happy with it. Picked up second hand. It's the first RX10. It doesn't allow continuous charging, but I bought a little charger that has... where am I going here? Stay away from the comments. I bought a little charger that came with a few spare batteries, so yeah, the setup works quite well now. I think so anyway. So, do you know another thing? And this is just another complaint. I have complained about this before. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday. I published a review of a where is it? Is that the real one? So yesterday I did this video and I compared that. This is the official Nintendo Wii U Pro controller. This is the fake one, and this is like $60. This one's $10, $12. Now, this is I hate these copyright things on YouTube. I realise there has to be a copyright thing and all that, but the whole fair usage thing and all that is just so annoying. I did a 20-minute video, right? And I wanted to show that this works, so what I did is I showed me 1 minute playing Mario. That was it, 1 minute, and I turned the volume down. Instantly when I upload the video, despite spending a couple of hours editing and producing the video, they claim the video that it can't be monetized and all that, so they can either claim 100% of the profit or it can't be monetized. It's just so frustrating. The annoying thing is, in the video where I did that, I state that I'm a bit of a Nintendo fanboy. I've owned all the systems. I've bought 5 controllers for the Nintendo Wii U, all official, and it's just one of those things. It's very frustrating. I realise there has to be copyright protection. I realise that, but it's just the whole system is so backwards, and there's no comeback. Like there's no one to speak to, no one to help you. Yeah, Hugh, there's a lot of things. The thing is, there are a lot of spammers and stuff like that, but I think for legitimate YouTubers, it's hard when you're doing the right thing. You know, I've been screwed over a few times with this. That's why, you know, see, even like playing audio or playing music, I just avoid all of that. I just microphone and talking. That I just avoid all that because I've talked about this before. I reviewed it was like a massage thing, you know, like you sat on your... I ended up giving it to my little brother's girlfriend. She used it because she had a bad back or whatever, and you put it over you, and in fact it wasn't that, it was a blood pressure, I think it was a blood pressure unit. So it was, you reviewed, it was like put it around your arm, tested your blood pressure and your heart rate. When that loaded up, it went doo 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 doo, and that was it. The little sorry, that was a bad impression, but a little tune when it loaded up. It was like a 20+ minute video, right? And for about 5 seconds, it went doo 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 when that loaded up. As soon as I uploaded that, the person who created that little tune claimed 100% of the profits. 5 seconds of you know, and the thing is, so I had to go back, edit it out the video, and then upload it again. And it's just mind-boggling that someone for a 5-second little tune in the background can claim 100% of a profit of a video that's 20 minute plus. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I love you. YouTube's the biggest platform. Facebook's worse. Facebook gives you Facebook's whole system is built upon stealing content. The whole system is actually built upon stealing content from other places. They absolutely, I don't know why any content creator is going over there, really, because, you know, there's no comeback. Yeah, like, say I could steal a video from YouTube and just upload it to Facebook and get millions of views. The original owner of that video would get nothing. And all they do is eventually, they, you know, if you complain, they would just take it down. But you know, that person would have had millions of views, money, followers, and all that kind of thing. It's just frustrating. I saw it last year, guys. I talked about this before. I reviewed a screwdriver kit, and I pointed out it was an imitation, or it was a OEM product that was of a famous one, you know, but it was a cheaper version. And someone complained. I got a strike against my account, and I couldn't live stream for like 3-4 months. It was insane. I bought a screwdriver kit and reviewed it, and I bought it from Amazon. I didn't get it from China. I bought it from Amazon. And the person who, yeah, it was just frustrating. The whole thing illustrated, though, that, you know, I've got Google AdSense on my websites. I pay Google for email services. I pay Google for domain names, all these other different things, and yet there's no comeback with these things. There's no one to speak to on the phone. There's no one to speak to by email. There's no one to answer your questions. Very, very frustrating. So it's, I don't know. As much as I love YouTube, I would love to see some sort of alternative. Twitch isn't really an option for me. I know I do the odd game stream, but it's not something that you know, I want to do all the time. Oh, I could probably do a little mini unboxing, guys. Right, so I'll turn this off for a second. So what I've got here is my Game Boy Micro. Right, so I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's the Easy Flash 4. Allows you to play lots of games. You can put hundreds of games on this, basically the whole Game Boy Advance catalogue. And this is a good thing about Game Boys. Original Game Boys, original battery. You don't have the Game Boy, you know, you don't have to turn it on for several months, for 2 years. Turns on. Not like your phone that goes dead after a couple, like 20 days or 15 days or something. The standby time on these are insane. So I'll load this up. Hi Lewis. Yeah, the Nintendo controller video. Yeah, I can't monetize that video. I don't make a lot anyway. I mean, for the amount of time I put into, I've got the PSP Go up there. I gave my little brother the original PSP that I got. PSP 3000. Oh, in fact, the PSP 1000, the first one was called, wasn't it? Yeah, I like the PSP Go though. I like the original, but I don't have any of the UMD discs anyway. Come on, is this loading up? After me saying that this is great, it's not actually loading up correctly. Don't know if that's a battery issue or... I was one of the first to get I must have been one of the first to get I must have been the first to get the Nintendo DS and the PS... Well, not the first, but one of the first. My brother was my brother's wife's American, and when he was in America, he brought back the original DS for me. And with the original PSP, before it came out, I don't think it was even out in America. I don't think so anyway. I got it imported from Japan. So I got it, as soon as it came out in Japan, I got it imported. I paid crazy money to get the white version imported. I used to always buy random stuff from Japan. That doesn't seem to be working. I don't know why. That's not good. Oh, now I know why. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Know what I did? because I took the micro SD card out because I was checking how much storage I was using. Right, now I know why it wasn't working. One of those days. Well, the Game Boy Micro, Ryan, is the screen's tiny. It's I love the portability though. You know, if you're just putting it in your jeans or something, it's amazing. That's the thing though, you know, when you get older, you've got a little bit more money, you can buy all the things you didn't have as a kid and all that, but you don't have the time to play games as much as you'd like. Right, so you can see that's kind of what it's like. You've got all the, I know my lights are shining on it, but you can see, I'll put it again. I think I've got most of them. And then it kind of loads up when you pick a game. Now, it's a little bit annoying sometimes that you need to load up a game. It's not the same as putting a cartridge in and out. But if you're going away somewhere, you can basically get any game you want, and you can take the whole catalogue with you rather than taking lots of games with you. It's cool though. I like how portable it is, you know, because sometimes you don't want to lounge around a lot of, you know, like a bigger PSP or something like that. Sometimes the little portable ones are good. It's better. There's a Star Wars one. Right, the reason I'm talking about this is because there's a new version out, which I'll get the link for. So this is the new version. And if I turn off my camera for a second, you can see the seller. So this is from Levitech Retail. It's called the Easy Flash 4 Reform. And basically it comes with a battery now that can be replaced. And there's a few other things I've upgraded. So I'm going to be looking into that in more detail. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because I've got it right here. Let's open it. So I'll need to kind of test out and all that another day. But they got in touch with me and they saw my previous video about the original one, and they wanted to, you know, get my opinion on it. Now you can see how bad I am. As someone who, you know, opens a lot of boxes and stuff like that online, I'm very bad at it. I think what's happened with this, you know, with the Easy Flash is they've been back to the, you know, the developers in China, and they've said, right, this is what needs fixed, and they've showed them exactly what needs done. And one of the problems with the Easy Flash, which is the one in there, was the battery. You had to actually play it a certain length of time, and the power from the Game Boy would actually power it up. So I believe they've replaced it with a battery, and you can replace that battery. So in theory, there we go. In theory, it should be better now. In theory. So just catch up with the comments. OnePlus UK Euro Tours in Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham. That's pretty cool. I think Ryan, there's always going to be a market for the original consoles, and to give the real experience with buttons, because virtual buttons doesn't really work as well. Right, here is an unboxing which I'll show another day. Here's what you get in the box. You get a little SD card reader. So this is thanks to the guys, Levitech Retail, what do you call them? You get a Pokemon keyring. You get Haribo. And you get the Easy Flash. Now this is like you can use this as a lighter version, I believe, for the DS. And this is the Easy Flash 4 Reform. If I can get it there. So if I take this out, I'll show you the original. Right, I'll take the comments away for a second. I've just got the comments up just so that people can see them easier. So there's the two versions. This, sorry, I've got them the wrong way around. That's the original. This is the new one. So I've removed the kind of 4 part. It just says easy flash. I mean, I could have tried it today, but what I want, I've got an extra SD card, but the SD cards only work up to 32 gigabytes on these. To be honest, I've got a 32 in that one, and I'm only using like 8 gig or something. So I reckon I could just rewrite that one. But what I was hoping to do was buy an SD card, buy a new SD card, 16 gig or whatever, and then I can put it on it, and then I can show you them side by side so that you can see exactly how they both work. I think that would be quite cool. Or maybe not, I don't know, maybe I should just be a tight ass and just rewrite the one I've got. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Saves me buying an SD card that I don't need. I agree, Ryan. Dev link mode. The whole thing about, the whole thing recently though with the gaming and all that is, there's been a big backlash against EA. You know, with what they've been doing with Battlefront 2, but the problem is EA go out. They're such a big company. They just go out and just buy smaller companies, so they never become big, and ultimately people go back to them. Like I love playing FIFA with my friends, but I've actually not bought the new FIFA despite loving it. Just because, I don't know, it's good, but it doesn't seem to be that much better than the previous one. But I don't know, I just don't like how, like FIFA, for example, you could buy it for 40, 45 pounds in the UK, then you could buy the Ultimate Team and all this, and it, you know, you're up to like £100 and all this. It's a huge amount of money for gaming. I still don't like the fact that like, in order to play a game online, I still need to, you know, get a PS4 subscription. It's a little bit annoying. Anyone speak, is that Russian? Don't know what that is. Can anyone translate that for me? It could be saying something very positive, or it could be spam, or I don't know what it is. I apologise, I don't speak that language. Yeah, so I'll try and review that this week, guys, for you. I think it'd be good to show you that. One per console rather than account. Hugh, are you talking about the subscription thing? You need a subscription for the console to go online? Sorry, I don't speak. What is that, Russian? I don't know what that is. Or is it Polish? I don't know. If you can translate it before you post it, I can reply to you. Xbox Live. The thing is, the PS4 subscription thing, I've not went with it again. Like, I had it for a year, and I didn't renew it because, one, all the games were terrible that they offered every month, and two, I wasn't playing any online games, so it was just a waste of time. I downloaded some of the free games out of principle, but then I never played them. Once I've put up the price, they have been offering better games, but still, it's hard for me to justify. The new Call of Duty game, World War II game, looks good, but with me buying a new PC, I'm tempted to maybe just buy the PC version of it rather than the PS4, so I could maybe just get it from a PC and play it there. I've not played with a mouse in a game for years, but we'll see. No, I'm not ordering the new 5T. I ordered the 5 and I bought it and I unboxed it and all that, but in addition to losing money doing that, you lose a lot of money doing that, but it can be quite time consuming and all that as well. I'm trying to just, at the moment anyway, until my channel makes more money, I'm investing a lot in my channel, but I'm trying to invest in things that I need rather than going out buying things and I need to sell it, because I don't know, it's catch-22. Like, I know that I'd like to cover more mobile phones, and as good as it is to talk about news, I'd like to do more product reviews. I'd enjoy those a little bit more than covering the news and things like that. Well, it's good to have a mix. But no, I don't think so. I mean, I've been quite open about how much my channel makes and things like that. I'm not sure. I don't think my channel's big enough yet, Hugh, to get a review unit. I don't think so. I mean, when I get a mobile phone though, I would probably do about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 videos regarding it, which sometimes I know is a little bit overkill, but it's good to show you the interface, it's good to do test videos, etc. That'd be amazing, Hugh, if you could. I realise I only have 2,100 subscribers or so just now. Do you know what? It's maybe just because I've spent a lot of money recently on equipment. I've spent a lot over the last few weeks, like thousands, literally. That's why I'm not trying to spend any more money. Plus, there's a few other things that I want, so I'll be spending money on that. The thing I'll probably be looking at this week is a monitor. What I'm looking at just now is I've got 20. Is it 23 or 24? I think it's 23.5 inch monitor. It's just a kind of basic monitor, 1080p. But I've been looking at 4Ks and ultra wides and things like that. I probably need a 1440p ultra wide or a good 4K. That's what I think I need. I appreciate that though. That's very nice of you to offer. Well, I know I probably could do that. You know, I probably could buy phones and then just return them and things like that. But I don't really like that kind of. You know, I see this all the time. Like, I think I check Hot UK deals a lot. And I sometimes check, like, AV forums, etc. When I'm looking for something, you'll find bargains. You'll find things new on discount or offers, and you'll find things secondhand. I don't really like this, how common it is now for people to just screw over companies. Like, I'm not saying the companies are innocent, but people just say, yeah, I'm just going to buy it. Like, before they've even bought it, they'll say, I'm going to buy it, use it for a week, and then return it. I'm like, well, don't buy it. It's not, I mean, I'm just trying to see it from the other point of view. It's like, I wouldn't buy something knowing that I would return it. I wouldn't like to do that. I think I wouldn't be fair to do that. Thanks, so very kind of you. Good to have you on board. I'm going to try and do these live streams a little bit more often. I like to do them. I've been doing them maybe about once a week, but I'd like to do them more often. I really enjoy them. It's the random nature of them. Just sit back and chat to people. But yeah, I've been looking at monitors. So, because I don't know if you watched the very start of the stream, I said this, right? Last week, I ordered a PC, a mystery PC, as I said, from CEX, and it's not came yet. They gave me the wrong tracking reference, so I don't know what's happening with the PC. So I might not get that for a few days. Worst case scenario, I'll get a refund. I'm not sure. But I realise that when I get that new PC and I set it up and I transfer all my programs to it, the good thing is I can take my laptop down the stairs. Like, my laptop's fairly powerful for a laptop. It's got Thunderbolt 3 ports, etc. It's a really good laptop. And it'll give me this new laptop. I can use a good laptop downstairs, so I can maybe do streams down the stairs. I can do other things down the stairs or when I'm travelling. But what it means is I'm going to lose a screen, because right now I've got a TV here. It's not the best. I put games and stuff there, but it's not the best for actual work. I've got my 23.4 inch monitor and I've got my laptop, so I'm kind of using two screens, sometimes three. But basically I'll lose the laptop screen when I get the PC, so I need to figure that out. Ryan, the new camera's good. I'm kind of using it in a limited way. I've just been using it. I forgot to put on the lens cap. I've just been using it for overhead shots. I've not been. I mean, I probably should be putting it over there to that camera and use the RX100. I don't know. It's very good though. Very, very good. I'm very happy with it. I mean, I went for the Panasonic G6. So when I bought the Panasonic G6, I bought it new from Curry's for 300, and at the time that retailed for £1,000. And then, you know, like 3 years later, I've bought that for 300 or so. Yeah, Acer do seem to be good for monitors. I've looked at monitors a lot this week, actually. I can show you some of the ones I've been looking at if you want. In fact, I thought I found a bargain last night, guys. I really did thought I found a bargain. I know this is probably one of those things that I don't need, right? I probably don't need this, or I probably should get something different, but I love the idea of having a USB powered monitor. I just like the idea that, you know, you can use it with your laptop, you can take it with you traveling if you're staying at a hotel or something and have a second monitor. I could position it in front of me here. You know, like, see right now I've got OBS in front of me, and it's important for me to check what I'm showing and stuff like that. It'd be good to put that in a second monitor. So I'll jump across here. I came across this and it said it was £45. This was an ALC monitor, 15.6 inch. It goes in, you can put it in portrait or landscape. And I was checking, I was like, that can't be right. That's selling at £100 elsewhere. But yeah, it isn't right. They've got it £45. They don't have it. You can't add it to your basket. You can't do anything with it. It's not the greatest monitor in the world. It's a TN monitor. It's only like 720p display. It's not the best. But for that price, for £45, you know, I could have just used it. It would have been a bargain. Looks really cool. I really like. There's a few other ones out there, but the other USB monitors. There's one at 150. The Asus Zen screen. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That's like 250 roughly, or 230. I'll show you that there. Asus Zen screen. So there it's there. So that's 1080p, this one. It's only 800 grams. And I realise you can get a tablet, but they do different things. I just thought that was really cool how you could put it aside. So the idea being that I could use it as a second monitor with my setup, but then if I'm down the stairs and I'm working, I want to sit somewhere else, I can take it down the stairs. I could take it to a hotel. I could take it travelling. It's all powered by USB-C. I don't know if there's one of these things that in theory looks amazing, but then in practice is a pain in the ass and it doesn't work as good. But I thought it looked cool. Well, the PC that I've ordered, which hasn't came yet, but that's going to have a 1080 Ti, which is a £700 graphics card. So I could probably power 2 or 3 4K monitors and run games at 30 frames per second, I believe. The laptop that I've got can power 2 4K monitors from the Thunderbolt ports. Maybe even more if you convert USB 3 to whatever. I've not tried CCL. I could have a look just now if you want. Someone else recommended them the other day. Was it yourself? CCL Online. I've came across them a few times. I've just been doing my research this week because we're 3 days from Black Friday, so I reckon there's going to be a couple of monitors that come up. My budget. Very good question. Very good question. I looked at monitors before, right? I'm really annoyed at myself for doing this, but me and my friend Malky, his first name's Mark, we were both looking at monitors, so we were talking about it a lot, you know, which ones to get. And he emailed me, he's like, we need to get this. Do you think we should buy this? It was a brand called Electric Q, very cheap brand, and they've got an ultra wide at £350, like a 1440p. It's like 3860 by 1440, and you can still buy it for like £330. But at the time, like this was like 2 months ago, they were selling them on eBay for £220. Now, at that time though, I can't remember what I did, but I was buying other equipment at the time. So the money that I thought, right, I'll buy a monitor with, I was buying other things. And I think I just spent a lot of money on some other products. Can't remember what it is now in hindsight. But I bought some other things and I was like, I'll need to wait. I can't get this just now. And basically, it's not a great monitor. It's not, you know, the best in the market. Far from it. You know, poor viewing angles and all that kind of thing. But when there's ultra wide monitors at the same size going for £700, £800, this was going for £220. It was a decent risk. Basically, I think it's a Korean company. What they do is they buy the monitors that Samsung don't think are good enough, and they buy them off them. So they're still workable monitors, but they're not top of the range. But it's back up to 330 now, and at that price, I'd probably go with an LG at 400. As far as budget goes, I realise a monitor is something that you probably should spend a little bit more, because if you're buying something like that, you know, you could have it for years. So maybe it is worth spending a little bit more. But budget, I don't know. It's one of those things. If something comes out as a total bargain, I'd maybe just buy something cheap at 250, 300. But if something drops from like 800 down to 600, 700, you know, I'll just start doing more work. I'll try and generate more money with my legitimate work and pay it off. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, budget. I'm flexible, but I'd like to save some money because I've spent a lot of money recently. But if something comes up, I'll need to evaluate. eGlobal, no, I haven't, but I know it's popular with camera buyers. So you see it sometimes in Hot UK Deals. It's based in Hong Kong, I believe. I don't know how it works with the whole. Some people have said they've returned items, and you know, they've not had any problems with them. So I don't know. I've not had experience myself. It depends how much you value that kind of thing. As far as valuing a warranty and all that, I don't know. Samsung U28E5, right? Okay, so I assume that's a 28-inch monitor. Yeah, I'm the same, Ryan. Mixed reports. Some people, I think if eGlobal deliver something and it doesn't work out, then that's when the problems arise, when you need to contact customer service. But other people have arrived, things mint condition. I saw like earlier this year, people were buying Samsung S8 phones for like 400 when they were selling in UK for like 600. Hugh, the Samsung, right? I could check that out. It's 20. This is the thing. This is the problem I've found, Hugh. See, like a 28-inch monitor is probably. I've not. This is the thing. I've not seen it myself, but I've seen a lot of people saying that 28 inches probably isn't enough for 4K because you need to scale. And there's certain apps like OBS doesn't scale properly and things like that, and it ends up being tiny on a 4K screen. And some people say 32-inch is probably what you should be going for 4K, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it. I always thought that, you know, 24-inch and below, 1080p, 27, 28-inch, 1440p is probably the best. Like without scaling, and then like 32 and above, maybe that's when you're, you know, maybe when you're looking at 4K. But I'll have a look. I'll have a look at that anyway. Let's see here, 286.95. Looks like an IPS, is it? Yeah, looks like a decent price. 60 hertz. Yeah, I don't think I'll be gaming as much anyway. So I thought about that because it's easy. The gaming monitors are always like twice the price because of the refresh rates and all that, and the input lag times. But you know, I don't. 9 times out of 10, or more than that, 99 times out of 100, I'll be using my monitor for productivity, for streaming, for recording, for editing, for writing. I won't be gaming, so I shouldn't really be basing my purchase on that. And I think if I was going to game, it would make more sense to have like a dedicated 1080p 24-inch monitor for gaming. Yeah, that's a good deal. I don't think I'd want to pay. See paying at 983 for that monitor. I would go towards the 38-inch LG at that price. Have you seen the 43-inch one from LG? This sounds insane. This really sounds insane, but I'll find it for you. I can't remember the exact model number, so I'll just find the right. Okay, right now. Actually, I was very close. I'm still tempted by this, right? I don't know if I would be insane to buy this, but check this out. 43-inch 4K monitor. You're talking TV size here, right? So basically, it's got multiple inputs at the back. So you could actually plug in 4 different devices if it shows you the inputs. There we go. There's actually 4 HDMI. I believe 2 are 2.0 and 2 are 1.4. There's DisplayPort. There's USB 3, etc. Comes with its own remote. But you can basically split the screen like that, and you've got 4 21.5-inch 1080p monitors with different inputs. So you could have a game here, you could have the TV there, you could have your browser there, and you can have all this. It sounds insane, but I don't know. They're kind of marketing it towards business people and traders and things like that. But look at that, 4 different devices. You can put anything you want in it. You can do picture in picture, you know, split the screen horizontally, vertically, all these different, you know, three screens like that. I'm just thinking, see, it's just for streaming, and you know, for what I'm doing just now, I think it would be amazing. But I don't know. It's an absolute beast. See when you look at the comments on it and the people reviewing it who've bought it, kind of split. There's a lot of people saying they returned it, it's too big, and then there's other people saying it's amazing, they couldn't go back to a smaller monitor. So I don't know. 49-inch curved monitor, 1240p. I saw that. That's only 1080p, Hugh. That's a 1080p one, isn't it? I saw that. It's like 3860 by 1080p. I think that's more for like if you've got like driving simulator, because from a productivity point of view, you'd actually fit more onto a 34-inch, you know, pixel wise. It looks insane though. 49-inch curved monitor. In fact, I'll show everyone what you're talking about. It is a little bit crazy. I saw that though. It is insane. It's absolutely insane. Right, I'll jump over here so you guys can see it. Is it loading up? There we go. Look at that. 49-inch ultra wide. It's absolute. It looks like a fantastic monitor. It's just like if you were gaming, it would be amazing. Like for certain ones, as far as the multitasking though, you're still like they're splitting the screen here, but that's like splitting Windows on a 1080p monitor, because yeah, it's basically like two monitors stuck together. That's effectively what it's like. Two 16:9 monitors. So 16:9 is the normal ratio, 21:9's your ultra wides. So it's effectively two monitors stuck together. So it's like two. I mean that's the thing. Like, see for if you're just wanting that kind of experience, you could just buy two cheap 1080p monitors at like £200. In fact, second hand, you could pick them up at £150. Granted, it's a different experience, but I don't know. Someone said bye. Let me see. Bye, Zoe. Thanks for watching. See you later, Ryan. No problem. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking part. We'll speak to you soon. And you can see I'm starting to speak funny because I'm so dehydrated. I've still got the flu, so I'm getting super dehydrated all the time. I'm a lot better though. I've been really struggling last week. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I've been checking eBay as well for monitors. Second hand, and it's I don't know, like there are some bargains. Like, see, like if I wanted to just do like a short-term solution, completely sorry, so you know that I've did that every single time I've streamed live. Someone says goodbye and then they say bye, and I'm like, I say goodbye to the other person rather than the first person. Yeah, so I saw a video about this the other day actually. God, I was in my bed. I should have remembered it. I'll probably find it somewhere. But at YouTube I was talking about productivity and he was talking about a second monitor, and his reasoning was there is no excuse for no one not to have a second monitor. And he was right what he was saying. He was saying that if you go to eBay, you can pick up a second-hand monitor very cheap. You know, like under £30, under $30. You can pick up really old 15-inch, 16-inch, 17-inch monitors, and just, you know, put them there. And there's a part of me thinking, just get something like that just now, and then later on buy something. But I'm kind of just delaying buying a new monitor if I do that. I think if I buy, you know, a good 4K monitor or a good ultra wide monitor, I can put this monitor on portrait mode. I'll put it up and down at the side, and maybe move the television somewhere else. I don't know where. But yeah, there's a lot of bargains on eBay, but whether it's a bargain or not depends on what you're trying to do. As far as productivity goes, it depends what I'm doing. If I'm working on you know, working on an article, I do still, like, most of my money, like, I'm not making much money from video. In fact, I'm losing a lot of money from video because I'm buying equipment. I'm trying to think long term, as in years down the line. Most of my income comes from my websites and from writing for others. So when I'm writing for someone, I don't really need a lot of monitors. It is handy having a second monitor though, because I can put things like Photoshop there, I can put my email there. I try not to put things like Twitter and that on because it just distracts me, but sometimes having email on a second screen is good. Having Photoshops on a second screen is good. But when I'm doing videos, this is where multiple monitors comes in handy for Photoshop, for video editing, for different things. For streaming just now, if I had a bigger monitor or multiple monitors, it'd be much easier to handle all this, because I've got OBS here, I've got the comments here, I've got the browser there, I've got like my audio there. I've actually got my Raspberry Pi set up there as well. I didn't know if I was going to play games today. I showed that the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's a little Raspberry Pi image that I uploaded the other day. It's one of those things. I think when it comes to like what you're doing, like you can argue this anyway, but I think most people, 99% of people, can survive on one screen. They can survive, but having a second or a third screen, I don't know. I've seen people saying the studies showing that there's 20%, 30% more productivity when you've got that set up, and for me, I can see, I would agree with that. I don't know how they proved that, but I would agree that when you've got multiple monitors, it saves you jumping through windows. It saves you having to constantly switch between things, because you can just jump to it there rather than tabbing or jumping around. So I reckon with a larger monitor or 2 or 3 monitors, I'm always going to be able to work quicker, and that's appealing to me. But you've got to spend the money for it, obviously. You've got a dual Acer. Yeah, see the color accuracy. I mean, I'm just cropping images for articles, and with the video stuff, you know, I'm not a photographer, so I don't really care about that, if I'm honest. You know, I can make do. I'm going to have a nosy at your monitor. So you've got 2 of them. How have you got them set up? This is one of the things I've been thinking about with the dual monitor, because a dual monitor would be good, but then, you know, I've seen some people when they set up like that, if you will, one here, one there. But I think it makes more sense to have one monitor there and then the other to the side. So you'd have your... That's a really bad example, isn't it? But what could I pick up here? You know, if that was your main monitor, the other one would go like that. So you'd... Basically, the main monitor would be facing you, and the other one would be kind of at an angle, rather than having both at an angle. Because you don't want to be looking at the bezel in the middle. You want your main screen to be the focus. In theory, that's how it should be. So the monitor you've got is about £100. I mean, it looks similar spec to the one I've got now, actually. I've got an AOC one just now. It looks very similar spec. Another thing I was thinking about was, I know this maybe sounds a little bit silly as well, but it is relevant, is the webcam. Like, because the webcam here is sitting on top of my monitor, but if I had a larger monitor, this would be like up here, like that. There's going to become a point where it's too high, which basically means I'm going to have to sit the monitor, the webcam to the side somewhere, so I'm going to have to go at this angle. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something I'll need to figure out. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You'd have your main monitor there, and then you'd have your other monitor there. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out. I think an ultra wide 1440p probably fits into what I'm doing the best, as far as having 3 screens and things like that. I think that's the best for me, I think. I think so. Here's the thing, right? I've been trying to figure it out, what's the best situation and what's the best way to figure it out, and what's the best way to just have monitors, right? Because the whole ultra wide versus multiple monitor kind of thing, it really does come down to your preference and how you work. But the problem is, see, when you go down to, like in the UK, you go into Curry's, and you go into Curry's and you want to see the monitors on their website. They've got all these expensive monitors, but when you're actually going to the shop, they've only got cheap monitors. They don't sell expensive ones. They only sell the expensive ones on the website. So you go in thinking, right, okay, I'll check out an ultra wide. I'll check out a 4K and I'll see which one in person is the best one to get. But you can't see them. The most they've got, like, I think the most expensive one I saw when the last time I went into Curry's was a 27-inch 1080p. And the pixel density was a little bit too low for my liking at that. So it's quite hard. It's quite hard to see in person. There's not many shops that actually let you see expensive monitors up front. I can't think of any off the top of my head. You know, they nearly all they only stock the cheap ones in the store, and you need to send away for the more expensive ones. How high end are you talking, Hugh? I know that like HMV in the UK, they've got like a big row of headphones that you can try out, but I don't know, I think that goes up to like a few hundred they'll let you try out. Dixon's at the airport in the UK as well. They'll let you try out headphones, but again, you're probably talking up to like the 300 mark. In here, I've kind of got a little bit of a rule with in-ear, is that I don't buy expensive ones, because for every pair of in-ear headphones I get, I always end up, you know, the wire gets tangled and then end up breaking them. So I try and only spend money on over-ear ones. I was tempted to buy the Bose ones, but I'll see. It's not a priority just now. Definitely not a priority. That's the thing, you know. There's lots of things I'd like to buy, but I'm trying to make a priority only buy the things that I really need, like functional wise. I'm going to jump over to CCL Online that you were talking about. On ear, okay, yeah. I don't know. I'm not the biggest, most experienced person with headphones. I've reviewed a few. Depends on the headphones I've found with the on-ear ones. Some of them sit okay. Some of them, I don't know, they don't feel as good. Where are we going? Will it be under peripherals or be under components? Where's monitors? It's not audio visual. There we go. Right, let's see what they've got here. I didn't see any Black Friday thing, but oh, there's 30-inch plus as well. Right. That was the one you were talking about there, wasn't it? The Asus ROG. Yeah, it looks like a great monitor, but I think it's overkill for what I'm doing. As far as, I think at that price I'd be going towards the 30-inch LG. I don't know if RHA headphones, I've not even heard it. How much are those? So I don't know if you can, wait there, can you, screen aspect ratio 21:9. Right, so these will be all the ultra wides. Let's start from low. How low can you go? Right, so there's the cheapest one there. You can get 1080p kind of resolution. That's still quite, from a productivity point of view, that's still quite good, but I think I'd prefer to go to the higher resolution of 1440p. So these are all 1080, 1080, 1080. There, AOC Pro line. There are, you can get, I'm sure you can get that cheaper. I'm sure you can. Aoyama. I used to have a monitor for it. I gave it to a friend years and years and years ago. I always liked it though. It was just a random brand and I just bought it, and it always did well. There's the LG one. That's like the 34-inch version. 34. Yeah, you can really spend as much or as little as you want. I think that one doesn't even have a Visa mount, if I remember right. Ultra Sharp, Dell, there's a BenQ one. No, there's a few here that I hadn't seen before. This NEC one, I've not seen that one before. Oh, they don't have the LG. 37.5, that's a big one from Acer. The LG one is quite ridiculously large. RHA go for £20 for the basic ones to £149. So is there no store in the UK that lets you try them out? Or is that's for the on-air ones you're talking about? I don't know if it's just from a what would you call it, a cleanliness point of view that you can't try headphones on, in-ear headphones on. I actually got a reply with the Camlink thing. Earlier on, the main camera wasn't working, but they've said, what have they said? Hi Kevin, try checking the new firmware with the Camlink connected. Head into game capture. Then while holding control, click on the gear next to the Camlink device. Go to the advanced, click on update firmware. Right. I'll do that afterwards. I don't think I could do that just now. In fact, I probably could. Right, hopefully this isn't going to destroy the live stream. This is risky, but hopefully it does. Hopefully I can do that. It shouldn't affect OBS. I don't think it will. Right, Camlink. Go into that. It says to go into the gear. Already in use. Go to the advanced tab. Can't see this. Ah, right, okay. Said it's updating the firmware, guys. Right, I really shouldn't be doing this whilst I'm whilst I'm streaming. But basically, the other camera that I use, that one, which you can see is frozen. It's not working. And I tweeted Elgato and they replied quite quickly. They said it has been updated. So, I don't know, is that going to... Right, I'm just trying this out, guys. Right, see... Right, let's see if this is working. Right, if it freezes, I'll go back to the webcam. Okay, catching up. Is the Essential phone available on a network here in the UK? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Hugh, hopefully I'm wrong, but when it first came out, it was only in the USA. And yeah, it didn't seem to be available in the UK at all. I think it's overpriced for what it offers. I would actually be more inclined to go towards the Razer phone for the price, for the money they were charging. I think the Razer phone's actually... I like the fact that the Razer phone's doing something different. And I think this is one of the problems in the mobile phone world, is that, you know, I'm not saying everyone needs a gimmick, but they need to do something, you know, because when there's no differences, major difference between phones, I don't know. Yeah, I saw that they chopped it down to $499, so it's a better bargain now. But I still think it should have come out at a lower price point. They come out much more expensive than the 5T, and I know this was backed by these guys, you know, important guys in Silicon Valley, but it wasn't. They didn't have any experience. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, they didn't have any experience. Like OnePlus has got years of handling support and returns and all that kind of thing. I'm not saying they're the best in the world, but this company was completely untested in that field. They had no infrastructure for all that, and they come out right off the bat charging, you know, as much as like a Samsung Note or a Google Pixel phone. Really strange move, in my opinion. They thought that they could charge more simply because of hype, and the phone didn't deliver. So, yeah, I think they should drop it even more, personally. I'd like to see it drop down to like $399. They really do need to kind of establish a base and kind of work out the kinks and firmware and all that kind of thing before they start charging crazy money. That's pretty impressive, by the way. That, see, when I tweeted Elgato an hour ago, they replied right away, and then about 40 minutes later, their support team replied to me and gave me tips on how to update the software. And this is why this isn't freezing anymore. That's quite impressive. Fair play to them. Yeah, the OnePlus thing. I nearly bought an Oppo phone. What was it? There was a phone a few years ago. I actually went to I went through the whole, like, to the cart, added to cart, picked the colour, picked the storage and all that. And then on the very last page, I'm sure it said something like, you know, it was out of stock or something, and that's why I didn't buy it. So when OnePlus came out, I did the same. OnePlus isn't as cheap as it used to be when it first came out, but still one of the cheapest. No problem, Lewis. Speak to you soon. So is that tonight? You're going to that? Thank you. Is that tonight? Ah, it's tomorrow. Right, okay. Sorry, I had a message from a friend there. Sounds like bad news, but I'll check with him later. Which they would make a OnePlus with the Stanley. The thing is, we're actually kind of approaching, well, not the end of life, but the 835 has been out since the start of the year. And I reckon it's the 845 that's coming next, and we'll probably, I reckon the Samsung S9 will probably be one of the first phones out of the bat that has that. And I think from a technology point of view, see, you know, Samsung are always seem to be the first with the CPU. They seem to be more in parallel with the release dates of the new CPU. You know, because if you think about it, if I'd bought the Samsung S8 when it came out, was it March or April? The Google Pixel 2 phones and all that coming out 6-7 months later, they might have a better camera, slightly better camera, but it's got the same CPU, same RAM and all that. There wouldn't really be much room to upgrade it. So I think, I don't know, maybe next year I should take a risk and go with the Samsung phone, because I think all the phones that are out just now, it's more of a sidestep for me because I'm getting the same CPU, same RAM and all that. Yeah. I would like to see the Essential phone released in the UK. I'm all for variety. I'm all for customers having options. So it'd be good to see them break into the UK, but I don't think we're going to see them. I don't think so anyway. God, I'm just getting so many emails with these Black Friday stuff. I really need to buy a little SD card. That's the thing. I've found that recently when I've been testing things. You know, there's always like FM transmitters and all these other things that it only works up to 32 gigabyte. And I try not to buy the smaller SD cards because you don't really get use out of them. You know, for other things like cameras and all that, you want to have a little bit more storage. So I really need to pick one up though if I'm going to review that. Is a screen protector really worth it? Good question. I did a video about this early this year, and my kind of overall thinking was no, but it depends. I think if you choose not to use a case, I would say a screen protector is probably more important. Because mine has a case and it has Gorilla Glass 4 or 5 maybe, I didn't think a screen protector was worth it. And thankfully so far I haven't cracked the screen. I think if you've got a good case, a screen protector is less necessary. Plus Gorilla Glass is to the point where, you know, it is pretty good. Yeah, I've not put one on my latest phone and I've not had any problems. The thing is with screen protectors is, I mean, they are handy. I put one on my GoPro simply because the back of it isn't that protected at all, and you know it's not very good glass as far as protection goes. But I used screen protectors for years, but I haven't really missed using one. Yeah, Google Photos. No problem, Addy. Thanks for watching the stream. Google Photos is pretty good. I kind of upload my photos too many places though, because I stream to upload photos to Dropbox as well. Probably shouldn't, but yeah, it's quite good. It's good how it all syncs. Sometimes uploads videos as well, even though I don't want to, but you can delete those. It's quite good how it all works. So if any of you guys thought about improving your monitor, Hugh, you said you've got two 24-inch monitors. Are you know, Black Friday's coming. Is monitor, anything really, what you guys looking for this week with Black Friday? Is there something you guys are looking for? I'm trying to just be specific about what I want because I don't want to just buy things for the sake of buying it. I think that's the problem with Black Friday. The problem is people just yeah, I'm the same. That's why I'm trying not to go crazy. I think I do need a monitor, so I think getting a monitor makes sense if I can get it. Going to buy the GTX 1070. Are they? Have they been coming down in price? I saw some deals in Hot UK deals. I think it was a 1060. Was it the? I can't remember what it was. 1080 come down in price a little bit. There'll be some deals on it this week on graphics cards. There's I saw in Hot UK deals in the UK you can get the GTX 1080 8GB for 440 roughly. Yeah, 440. Yeah, Finland looks beautiful. I really do need to try and get to Scandinavia at one point. I want to do a little bit more traveling. It's because I've been spending all this money on equipment. Normally I'd spend money on traveling, but I'd like to save some money and do a little bit of traveling again. Yeah, that's what I should. It's one of those things. And maybe I should wait until the deals come out and try and get an SD card. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. Recommend a good SD card. It depends what you're looking at for, Lewis. Very good advice there from Hugh. Wait until the new parts come out because then a massive price cut, Sam. Yeah, that's true. Like, for example, the 8700K just came out. So, CPU, you know, that's just going to put down the prices of the 7700K, 6700K, etc. Lewis, I have did some performance tests with SD cards. I've tried to perform tests on them. They seem to generate a lot of views and they're quite good for a reference. Here's the thing: a lot of people say that you know, one brand is better than another, but in my experience, I haven't actually found that. I think it comes down to the card itself, because every brand has cheap cards, good cards, really good cards, you know, and they're priced accordingly. I think it's in the one I'm recording in just now. I think that's the one I've got. It's like a really cheap brand, a like proper cheap brand. It's a 128 gigabyte full SD card, very cheap, and you know, you wouldn't expect it to be good, but I've never ever had problems with it. And then I've had other brands that, when I bought that SanDisk, the Samsung Extreme Pro one, the read and write times were terrible, absolutely terrible. People were saying I got a fake, but I got it from Amazon Prime. You know, it was from Amazon, so I don't know. It comes down to the card, and sometimes the reviews that you see aren't as reliable either. So I don't know. It depends what you're using it for, though. Like, so for example, I'm going to buy another micro SD card for the, what do you call it? For the Easy Flash Reform. Now, I don't know what to get. I should probably just get a 16 gigabyte card, right? That'd probably be enough for that. 16 gigabyte card. I don't need it to be fast. I don't need fast write times. I don't even need that fast read times, because it's a waste. You know, there's no point getting a 4K Extreme card for that, because it's going to go into an old console to play old games. A very basic card will do. So when I, you know, buy cards, I try and get, it's normally the middle of the road ones. I don't buy the extreme 4K ones that are insanely expensive. I try and get the good ones that can do 4K video, so that down the line, when I take out my camera, maybe I can use it with a GoPro, or I can use it with the phone, I can use it with another device. But in this situation, for my, you know, for a games console, it actually makes more sense just to buy the cheapest version. It doesn't make any sense to spend a lot of money on it, because that power won't be utilized. But by the same token, if I think that I'll ever use that micro SD card in another device, that's when maybe I should buy a better card. But I think Viralis TV said plug. Right, that seems very spam-like. Viralis TV, what is the point of that? You want on the spam list? Would you recommend adopting storage from SD card to a smartphone? What do you mean adopting storage? What do you mean? Is it for your phone? Is that what it's for, Lewis? For your phone, what kind of phone do you have? Because again, this comes down to, you could buy like a super fast card that's for 4K video and all that, but then if your phone isn't top of the line, you wouldn't even use that. SanDisk Extreme, Hugh, I think that's one of the cards I've actually reviewed. If I hold on just now, I'll see if I have. I think I might have reviewed that, Hugh. HTC 10. Oh, it's fairly new. Yeah, I think I have. I think that's the exact model I reviewed, actually. I've actually got another one coming, a Samsung 64 gigabyte card. I've scheduled it for the weekend. No, it was actually a 128 gigabyte card that I tested in August. I think that's it there. The adaptive storage option. I've never heard of that. What is that, adaptive storage? Is that a mode or something I've not heard of? I don't know. I just know it like that. This is another tangent. See, when I did a live stream, I think it was I did that live stream last Tuesday or something. And I think if you go over the 2 hours mark, YouTube's a little bit funny. Normally, after you're uploading, after a few years, it'll publish a video. But it was something like, it was like 3 or 4 days. It published on a Saturday. 3 or 4 days after like doing a live stream like this, and then it published it to YouTube. And lots of people were, when I was out on Saturday, they were all posting like, "Oh, sorry, I missed this one." I'm like, what are they talking about? I had no idea what people were talking about. And I think it was because YouTube took 3-4 days to upload the video. I don't know why it took so long to process the video. Kind of weird. I mean, what I generally do is I go to Amazon. If I go to Amazon just now, 64 gigabyte micro SD card. So yeah, I'll jump across here just now. So this is what I would do. I'd do across here, and you can see the prices. You're talking about the 18 to 20 pounds range, and you can see they've all got different reviews. See, like this one. This is probably one of the most popular ones. You can see it's got 10,000. There's a newer version of the model. So that's 24.49. The other thing I would say is, in the UK anyway, Hot UK Deals is a good place to start to point you in the right direction if there's any bargains around. Over the next few days though, you should see some bargains. So if we see any here, no, this is actually all. The problem is you get 64 yeah. So there's one, that's gear best right enough. So I'd prefer to go with Amazon. That one seems, was that the good one? That seems like that would be a good deal. But it really, I mean, it's one of those things. There's so many different options and versions, and it's a bit of a minefield. I generally just go, like these ones up to 80 megabytes per second, up to 90 megabytes per second. A lot of these ones, they don't give you the quoted speed anyway. So the one that I reviewed at the weekend actually performed a lot better than I thought it would. And it really does depend. It really does depend on which one you get. It does seem a little bit of a lottery. I don't know. It combines external with internal storage. I didn't know that even existed. I didn't know that was an option. I thought it was always separate. I didn't know that. I like, my phone keeps it separate, and I put the apps on the internal storage, and I put photos and videos and podcasts and any kind of media thing. I put it all on the SD card. So I've not. No, I didn't know that existed. Seems like a cool option. I mean, I would just, I think for HTC 10, I reckon any of the cards between £18 and 25 will do you. Really depends. You can spend a little bit more and get slightly faster read and write times. Whether that transforms into better performance in your actual phone, I don't know. There's always bottlenecks with these kind of things, and sometimes it's the phone, sometimes it's the app, sometimes it's the card. I don't know. I wouldn't say this is an area where I've got a huge amount of experience with these kind of things. It's just trial and error. Like, when I review a micro SD card, I do the benchmarks using the apps, and then I just see how the performance is myself, whether I've got any problems with reading and writing. There was another card that I used before, and it was always slowing down, despite the fact it gave me good read and write time. So there seems to be a lot of different factors that can contribute to, the cards working well or not working well. Yeah, that's the thing. I initially had 128 gigabytes in my phone, and I wasn't using it. I really didn't need it. I thought because when I do record large files, like videos and whatnot, I tend to upload them afterwards, and then after uploading them or transferring them to my computer, I can just delete them, so I don't really need them. I don't even know how much I've got just now. I think I've got a 64GB card just now. What have I got? I'll tell you right now what I've got, if I can find it. So, I'll switch to the webcam for a second. So, I've got, by the looks of it, 35 of, yeah, I'm using 36 of the internal storage out of 64. I'm using 40 of the SD card. But see that 40GB, a lot of that is podcasts, which will be deleted. There's a lot of other media that I can delete as well, so I could free up a lot of space. So I do have a 128GB card. Sometimes I do. It's one of those things. I do sometimes feel that I buy cards that are higher than what I need. It's one of those things. It's, you know, as a safety point of view, sometimes you buy more storage than you need. I've got 128GB on my GoPro action camera, thinking that if I did a lot of recording in one day, I'd have plenty of storage. I don't think I've even went past like 32GB being used, or even 20GB being used. Kind of overkill. So it's just one of those things. It's like when you go to the cinema and they ask if you want a medium or a large, and you end up just paying a little bit more for the larger, and then you don't need it, you don't drink it, you throw all of it away. Just depends on your needs, though. That's what it comes down to. It depends on what you need. You know, how you're using your device, etc. I need to pick up a 16GB card. I think I'll pick up either, should I get a 32 or I think I'll maybe just get a 16. A 16 would make more sense, wouldn't it? Right, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, £6.50. One of those things, I'm as well just buying the cheapest of the cheap. I wish I had more spare SD card. Like, I'm sure I don't know what I did with all my older micro SD cards. I didn't sell them. I don't know what I did with them. I probably still got them randomly in devices. Yeah, it is quite important, Lewis. It depends on what you're doing, though. As I said, like with something like this, very low, very slow memory card, storage card, micro SD card would do. You don't need a fast one, that you're not, because the actual device isn't writing fast. When you're recording, like if I'm recording with my phone and I'm recording 4K, because the actual file, you know, you need it to be like 20, 30 megabytes per second to write the file. And if you can't write the file, then you can't record properly. So in situations like that, if you find that you're recording a lot of 4K footage or high 1080p quality footage, you maybe should get a faster card. Yeah, see, be honest, I probably should. I mean, I had vouchers to use, which is one of the reasons why I got the GoPro. But I need to use it more. I need to go out and use it more. I want to use it more with the microphone and go out and use it, you know, interviews in the car and things like that. But I think most people buy a GoPro thinking they're going to use it all the time, and then they don't use it as much as they want, and then they sell it. So there's a lot of bargains you can pick up because of that. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other micro SD card bargains this week. See, the thing is, micro SD cards always come up as bargains when you're not looking for one. This is when all the bargains pop up, and when you're not paying attention. I've actually got some spare cards, but they're full SD. They're not mini or micro, sorry. So what have we got here? Micro SD card. I'm just looking at Hot UK deal, see if I see anything. There's a Kingston one. I don't know if this is any good. Right, I'll see if I can. Right, here's one for you, Lewis. See if you want. Look at this one. Oh, it's out of stock. Right, don't pay attention to me. I really should have checked that before I jumped over to the camera. It's out of stock. That was supposed to be £15. 14.71 for a 64GB card, which is pretty decent actually. Yeah. A new wheel for your suitcase. Sorry, Lewis. It's on Hot UK Deals, but it looks like the deal has expired. There's a few other deals there as well, but I reckon you're going to see them micro SD cards being, offered a lot over the next few days. Right, before I order, I'm just going to email that guy about the SD card. Basically, I was asking him whether certain cards don't work with that little device, because sometimes you do find that certain micro SD cards don't work. Like for the FM transmitters, I had a 32GB card in the past. It's probably in that actually, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in the FM transmitter because it was too fast a card. For whatever reason, it wouldn't work. And sometimes it's bizarre. There's certain situations where certain cameras or certain whatever actually perform better with the cheaper micro SD cards. Kind of strange. That's why you have for certain devices like the Raspberry Pi, for example, which, what do you have in this? I can't even see that. I think it's a 64 in my Raspberry Pi. You'll get lists where people will produce, like, say for example the Raspberry Pi, for RetroPie they'll say these cards have been found to work, and there'll be a list of cards that say don't buy this, they don't work for whatever reason. Thanks, Lewis, appreciate the kind words. Yeah, so there's always some cards that work and there's some that don't. Yeah, cheaper cards have a purpose. I mean, really, as I said, I'm really bad for this, but in the past I'll buy a 64GB card and I never use more than 16GB, so it's really just money down the drain. So yeah, it depends on your, like, as I say with this, if I can just get the cheapest 32GB card possible, that would probably make the most sense. I mean, maybe I don't have to buy another card. Maybe I should just save money, because I can just yeah, maybe I'll have a think. Because what I can do is show people this and then show people the new version. What I was hoping to do was, if I had both versions, I could compare them and I could show people how they both compared. But it's maybe overkill doing that, because then what I'll end up doing is just having a 32GB card that isn't being used. So yeah, I'm maybe being silly. I should maybe just, when I do this video tomorrow or the next day, I'll film me using it, showing people it, and then I'll show the new version. But I wanted to do a comparison. That's the problem, sometimes with tech videos, that you have to buy things or have things to do a proper comparison, and then afterwards you don't need them. Try not to have as much waste, but unfortunately it does happen. So did you guys see the RetroPie thing that I had the other day? I don't know if you want to quickly see that. I'm going to log off soon, but I just wanted to, I don't know if you guys saw that the other day. Where I had this. So oops, that's zoomed in. I'll bring you all the way around here. There you go, it's better. There's loads of different versions of this. This was the one I had the other day. It's really cool, all the different games that are on it. Neo Geo. Lots of Neo Geo games. I loved like Neo Geo games were nearly all arcade style games because they were actually in the arcades or used in the arcades. There's so many arcade games in this. Thousands here. Too many actually. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. Someone pointed this out the other day. They've got Amstrad CPC there, and they don't have Commodore. They don't have Amiga and things like that. It's kind of weird, the selection of games that they put on. Vectrex as well. PlayStation. Do they have that Atari game which they literally hid? What game are you talking about, Hugh? What game are you talking about? I can try and find it if you let me know what game it is. It probably will be there. I've got 2600, 5200 and 7200. Or 7800, sorry. Oh, I don't think I've seen that yet. Atari Game Over. I don't think I have. I've watched some documentaries about Atari before. I think I've read a book about it as well. It's quite interesting how they basically went from the biggest games company in the world to bankrupt within a few years. It was insane. It's kind of weird though because like it's funny how in articles and books and documentaries they're always talking about the video games crash of 1983 and how it killed the game industry and all that kind of stuff. We didn't get that in the UK. The UK never experienced a crash. You know, it was healthy with the Commodore and Spectrum and Amstrad and things like that. So it's just kind of weird how a lot of people just assume this happened worldwide. It was really just in America that was happening, you know, with what size of storage required to hold all the games. What are you talking about? The RetroPie? The one I've got on just now is 64. There are images like you know, that holds all the games. There's ones at 8, 16, 32, 64, 120 gig. You can use a hard drive and put like a terabyte worth of games if you really want to. Atari. Yeah. Atari was the one that they buried. Atari. ET, sorry. The guy who developed it was actually a really good developer. But they came to him, like, for anyone doesn't know the story, they came to him and he had developed another game which was like a bestseller. And they came to him and he said, like, right, okay, you want to do ET? He says, right, okay, it'll probably take about 18 months or something like that. And then there it's there. Probably about 18 months or so. And yeah, I believe it was in the Nevada desert. It was supposed to be 18 months or something like that, and they said, no, we need it in like 4 or 5 weeks. And he had to just rush out something as quickly as possible because they knew that ET was going to be a hit. They wanted to capitalize on it. And, you know, they just killed the market. But this is it here. This is ET. I'll put me up here. Yeah, Lewis, for the Pi, 64 gigabyte I've got in just now. You can get, I had a 128 gigabyte card in before. How's the volume on that? Can you guys hear that? Is it loud? I don't think it's actually playing any volume yet. Can you hear that? Hold on just now. I don't think is there even any sound there? I don't think it is. I don't think it's me. I think it's more to do with the game. Yeah, I don't know if that's the game or I'm down the I think it's maybe the game. I don't think it's me. I think it's, yeah, I think, what the piece of crap this. Yeah, it's either, it could just be the, I don't think it's the capture card. I think it's got to do with like I'll put on an arcade game to show you. Me random. What we got here? Just go random, random, random. Rolling Thunder 2. Right, we'll see if that's going to show you a bit more. Yeah, there's definitely a volume there. It's just it just wasn't coming up in that game. It might have just been the emulation of that game. Yeah, it was a piece of crap. I have tried it before, but I've not, like, I don't know how to play it, if I'm honest. Are you hearing any sound there? I don't know if I'm... It could... Hold on just now. Is it? Yeah. Can you hear that? No, I'm not hearing that. No, it's got no sound. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there. I did this the other day and there was sound. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Sega CD. I'm not hearing any sound from the TV either, so I think there's something wrong with the setup. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Hold on. It's one of the... I don't know, maybe I could restart it or something and it would be okay, but... It's not... No, it's definitely not... Hold on just now. I think I know what could be... Not sure why it's doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I should have tested this before. Must be something wrong with it. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Not sure, guys. But it's something to do... I think it's something to do with actual RetroPie, I think, because it's not coming through the TV either. Sound settings. Sound's on. I'll restart the system, see if that helps. Well, so much for that, guys. That was a total... a total waste of time. Yeah. Get what you pay for, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, there's no sound coming off. No, what it is, the sound's not coming out of the TV either, so... Must be... Definitely something wrong with the signal there. Definitely something wrong with the signal, because it's not coming through the TV. That's why I don't think it's the capture card, because there's nothing coming from the... I don't know, it's maybe the way that I've got the HDMI... The HDMI cable comes from the capture card that goes round. You know, comes from the Raspberry Pi through to the capture card, then from the capture card to the TV. But there was no sound whatsoever. So... Yeah, there's definitely no sound. There was this. That's annoying me now. There was I reinstalled the software the other day. The reason being there was an audio problem. It was caused by the sound capture element of the software, and I think that's where it's went wrong. Maybe I have to install that again or something. Or maybe when I loaded the other software, I don't know. It's not important anyway. I shouldn't be doing this during a live stream. But yeah, I'll sort that out for another video, guys. If I want to do a live stream with that, play some games. So it's been over 2 hours now, so I think I'll call it quits at that, guys. And thanks for watching. I'll doing some more videos this week. Stay tuned. I will do a review of that Easy Flash. If I don't pick up another micro SD card, I'll maybe just scrub this one and put the new one in it. Maybe that's the best way to handle it. Yeah, it probably is the best way to handle it. I don't need a direct comparison. And yeah, hopefully my new PC comes this week. That's the one thing that I hope I get this week. My new PC, my new old PC, because it's second hand. They've not delivered it, and they've not given me a tracking reference that works. So I've emailed them, and hopefully they'll figure this out soon. I don't know what's going on, but they've given me like a fake tracking reference or an incorrect one. There's definitely something wrong there. I don't know what's going on though. It's one of those ones though, because if they're not going to send it, if for any reason it's not been shipped or someone else has bought it, fine, but give me my refund, and then I can either buy another one from them, or I can, you know, look at the sales in Black Friday and then buy an appropriate PC. If that is the case. It's just annoying. It's annoying because with CEX, you can't pick up the phone. I actually went in the shop the other day, and when I spoke to them, they're like, well, we don't know, we can't see anything here why it would be like that, and they checked the tracking reference. So hopefully I'll get that sorted as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'll try and do another live stream soon and chat to you guys. It's been great catching up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing, and just thanks, just generally thanks. So sorry about the audio wasn't working there. It's not this Raspberry Pi. It's something to do with the game capture, maybe the software. There's something going wrong there somewhere. Something in the loop isn't working, so I need to figure that out. Thanks for watching, Zoe. Thanks, Lewis. Thanks, you. Great to have you as a subscriber, Zoe. And hopefully, I think you would like this kind of setup. You know, the freedom that you get from something like this. You know, like using it as an overhead camera and all that. You know, they're like, you can pick them up for like £65, and they're great. They really are great. Thanks, you. Really appreciate the kind words. Let me know how you got on at that event. I'd love to hear how you got on at that event. It'd be great to see that phone. It does look like a great phone. I liked the first one. And it was very well priced as well. So yeah, I know there's, you know, they maybe not get the bad name as other companies, but you know, you can't really fault 1T for their pricing policy. So I'm sure the event will be really cool. And yeah, I like what they're doing with the screen and all that as well. Yeah, that's the thing. You'll be going to the event, and I bet you a lot of the people there will be like total OnePlus nuts. They'll be crazy enthusiasts that only buy OnePlus. And you'll be there with the rival phone. But well, the Samsung S8's got, I mean, they've kind of copied the Samsung S8. If you look at their phone, this is with the edge-to-edge display. This is what Samsung has been pioneering over the last few years with their edge display. I don't know. I mean, as good as iPhone X is, you know, when you think about it, the news world, all the tech world wasn't really going crazy for the edge-to-edge display and heavily promoting it as much as they should have. But my friends get the Samsung S8. Gorgeous phone. Absolutely gorgeous. Great phone. I'm definitely going to keep tabs on the S9 because I really didn't like the S8. And in hindsight, maybe I should have bought that, you know, when it first came out. But there you go. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great time at the event here. I'd love to hear how you got on with that. It'll be good to see how, you know, I'll be checking the news. So I will you know, see how the events have went, and I'll be checking the reviews of it and things like that. But thanks for watching anyway, guys. I'm going to head off, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Pleasure as always, guys. Take care.